Bah, 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 bah. Filling a small glass of water.
Whether he's in character or not, the moment Rowan Atkinson walks into a room, everyone around him loses it. Here are his funniest moments.
Cheers.
I'm not sure I've ever met a man quite like you, Basil.
Let me clear up the uncertainty for you. You haven't.
I saw you do something on one of your specials. This thing where you change clothes without taking your pants off.
Now, as you know, Englishmen love to take their trousers off. We have a... If you want to entertain someone, take your trousers off. That's our motto. You ask Hugh Grant. He knows about this. So what do you do? So this is how to act with discretion and decorum on the beach. Should you wish to change into a swimming suit while you've got your trousers on and you've nowhere to hide behind. So you've got your trunks on like this. And then, so what do you do first to take your trousers off? Good luck, studio. So you do this, take everything down like this, trying to maintain as much decorum as you can. Okay, like this. And then, okay, so you're so far, so good. But this, obviously, there appears to be a logical incongruity here where you can't... Well, start with either leg, but it can be the right leg. You start like this, gotta be discreet, pull it out like this, see? And then there you are. There you go, okay? And then all you do is feed the trousers. Feed your right leg. Take it gently, feed it through.
Having one of the planet's most recognizable faces naturally leads to some bizarre run-ins. Rowan's personal favorite happened at a Land Rover parts counter.
I was standing around with a group of guys, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while, and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" And I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said, "I bet you wish you were." The more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me. But what was funny was how close he thought I was to you know, he said, "The resemblance is uncanny." Have you ever thought of doing any, you know, look-alike work, like, you know, Stag Nights and Hen Nights? You know, you could go along as Mr. Bean. And I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "Because you can make an absolute fortune." And I could tell after a while I had to bring the conversation to a close because clearly not only was he not believing me, but he was getting quite annoyed, you know, that I was pursuing this line of "I am Rowan Atkinson" and clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just because I happen to look a bit like Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. You know, what a twat. I went into a bank to cash a cheque and I handed over the cheque and she said thank you and she said, "Oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter?" So I signed the piece of paper and I handed it back and she took it back, she put it to one side and she looked at my cheque and she said, "Now, do you have any means of identification?" And you think, well... yes, okay, yeah, it's in the movie. This is how Mr. Bean shaves. Okay, ready? One shave.
want to cover all bases. There you are, Mr. Bean.
On Stephen Colbert's show, Rowan once shared the story of how Mr. Bean came to be, right from the very day the character was born.
You went up there and said nothing and absolutely killed the room. Do you remember what you did? Do you remember that night?
Yes, I certainly remember the night. It was a one-off. It was a one-night review, and I was asked if I wanted to do something, and I couldn't think of anything. And I'm not really a very diligent writer, so I thought I just stood in front of a mirror, to be honest, and I just started pulling faces. I mean, for want of a better term, and I just sort of, was doing this. And then there was this idea of having a card. Have you got anything that I could... Well, it was a piece of paper of where I would just... Can I stand up? And I came out just going... Anyway, it was something like that.
So, the girl who was serving me the hamburger, I was just taking it, and there was a girl working next to her. And she suddenly turned to the girl next to her, and I was literally 2 feet away, and she said very loudly, "Is this Rowan Atkinson?" And the other girl looked and said, "No." I said, "Oh, didn't think it was." I mean, if people do know you, and they come up and they say, "I like this that you do," well, that's fine, but it's the people who shout at you from across the street. It's the, "Hey, give us a face, Rowan!" Yes, in relation to cars, I did a credit card commercial in New York a few years ago, and it was a story in which I had to play a bungling British secret agent. And there's this beautiful woman gets out of a limo in the middle of New York, and he sees her. And this scene was when I had to look at her as if I'd just fallen in love with her. Right. And the director said, "Just imagine that you've just seen your wife for the first time." And my wife happened to be on set at the time. And she said, "No, that won't work." Tell him to look at her as if she's his new Aston Martin.
Oh, well,
and then it'll work.
Oh, that'll work.
And she was right. In fact, it inspired me no end. I looked at her like no woman has ever been looked at.
Really? Can you give us that look? I'm curious.
Yeah. Can I do?
Look at the women melting. Look at that. It's just, oh.
Every legendary character has an origin story. For Rowan Atkinson, nailing down Mr. Bean's name came down to scanning vegetables until one sounded suitably underwhelming.
Yeah, we were sitting around, I remember, at our producer's house one day and trying to think of a name, and we started with Mr. White. I like the idea of the series being named after the character, and he was obviously a Mr., so Mr. White, but that sounded a bit bland, and then we started to think about, vegetables, and
As you do.
As you do, when looking for a comic attitude. So Mr. Broccoli and Mr. Carrot and Mr. Cabbage and Mr. Bean, it's sort of, single syllable and short and sharp and memorable.
There's somebody there called Bob. Anybody else would read it and go, "Aren't they called Bob?" You decided that Bob could be a funny word.
Right.
Now, how do you do that?
Well, it just seemed, it was always at the end of the sentence. It was, so how can I help you, Bob? And it just seemed like a funny way of saying it, Bob.
Because I was looking at lists of motoring words the other day and wondering if you could just by saying them, make them funny. Just say the word.
Airbag. De Dion Bouton. That's a French word, though. Petrol pump.
Also, the faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Also
That helps.
Reviewing a car, because I have to think of all sorts of things to say about a car. Now, I know that if you were a presenter on this show, you could just do it with an expression.
Right.
So, for example, if you were presented with McLaren F1, think of another one. The imperiousness one gets from a Range Rover.
Ah, right, okay.
Award ceremonies demand a perfect poker face from losers. Rowan turned that into a full sketch about one actor who simply couldn't manage it.
Now, these are 4 fine actors, and I'm sure they'd all agree that the point is not to win, but to play the game. And the winner is John Daniels. No, shit. Unfortunately, John is unable to be with us tonight, and so I'd like to ask his co-star David Forbert to accept the award on his behalf. David. David, perhaps you'd like to say a few words, David.
Go.
Oh, it was fine, thank you.
Good. What brings you to Copenhagen?
Well, got a bit of a squeaky chair.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Mind if we swap? Oh dear. I seem to be stuck. No, just joking. All right, I'll sit here.
Oh.
You've got some very squeaky chairs.
Well, I'll.
But here, let's,
Could we get another chair,
we
please?
have another chair, please.
Yes. Is that all right?
Well, it's a bit pathetic, actually, but I suppose it'll have to do. Actually, it's quite nice in its own way.
Performing live for Prince Charles usually means playing it safe. Rowan, of course, kicked things off by appearing as the devil and taking attendance in hell.
It's nice to see you all here. Now, as the more perceptive of you have probably realized by now, this is hell. And I am the devil, but you can call me Toby, if you like. We try to keep things informal as well as infernal. That's just my little joke. You're all here for eternity, which I hardly need tell you is a heck of a long time. But for now, I'm going to have to divide you up into groups. If that's okay. Can you hear me at the rack? Well, if you'd stop screaming, that would help. Murderers. Murderers. Looters and pillagers over here, please. Thieves, if you could join us. And lawyers, you're in. Yes, there's plenty of room. If the hedge fund managers would just move along a tiny bit. Fornicators, if you could step forward. My God, there are a lot of you. You're down here, but first, if you could form a queue in front of that small guillotine in the corner. The French, are you here? Parfait. And the Americans. Yes, look, I'm sorry about this. Apparently, God had a little falling out with your founding fathers and damned the entire nation in perpetuity. He sends particular condolences to the Mormons, who he realizes put in an awful lot of work. If you'd just like to keep clear of that big space there, we're reserving for a Mr. Trump. Atheists. Atheists? Ah, you must be feeling a right bunch of nitwits. And everyone who saw Monty Python's Life of Brian. I'm sorry, turns out God can't take a joke after all. And Christians. Christians? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the Jews were right. No, I'm afraid we don't have any toilets. I don't know if you read your Bible, but I'm afraid it's damnation without relief. Okay, well, look, I'll see you all later at the barbecue, or rather, on the barbecue. And generally, I just hope that you all have a terrible time. Knock, knock. Who's there? Death. Death.
Bean isn't big on formal greetings. Conan discovered that firsthand before his guest had even uttered a single word.
Mr. Bean, welcome to the show. Very good to have you here. Yeah, Mr. Bean, welcome to the show. Very good to have you here.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean.
I could chew you up.
Mr. Bean.
What do you want?
Mr. Bean, we invited you on the show. We paid for 6 limousines. I thought we might have a chat. It's a talk show. I thought we might chat about stuff.
All right. Keep your hair on.
All right, then. Mr. Bean, good to have you here. Tell us,
It's rare to see Mr. Bean on the receiving end of his own mischief, but when he left his personal diary behind, one talk show host seized the opportunity without mercy.
I found this one. I believe it's your diary, right?
That's my diary.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It says here on page 1, if I have been silly enough to mislay this diary, please return it to Mr. Bean. And P.S. A £5 reward would certainly not be out of the question. You owe me £5 if you want it. Now,
Yes, I normally stay till the end as well. Bye. You can go now if you wish.